and welcome to Jo's Crafty Cauldron, and today's video is another haul video, but it's a little bit different to my previous ones. This is a holiday haul. So I have spent the last 2 weeks in New Jersey in the US, and I'm here today to show you what I bought, and hopefully it won't take too long to do this. I have taken some things out, mainly because they're craft items, which I will be showing in my next podcast with a little bit more info on what I'll be using them to make. Hopefully soon, but knowing me, maybe not. It might be done next year. So we shall see. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through and I'm going to tell you, show you some of the things that I bought and where I got them from. So a lot of these places are places that I've actually heard of from watching sort of YouTube videos by other crafters and just in general on programs and films and things like that. And so while I was over there, I went and had a bit of a shop because we were actually over there staying with one of my friends' families. So we were we went to New Jersey, and although we went into New York a couple of times, we were mainly doing sort of the residential side, going to malls and like their equivalent of retail parks and things like that. So anyway, let's crack on because this could be a bit of a long one. As I said, I will try and be as quick as I can, but let's start. So the first thing that I got was actually while I was here before the holiday, I did order some pop vinyls which were part of the fall Comic-Con in New York, and so I will show you now what ones I got. So these were ordered from Hot Topic and Barnes & Noble. I ordered these to be delivered to my friend's sister so that when we went over there I could then collect them while we were there and bring them back with me. So the first one we have is, it's a rock candy figurine, which is by, again, Funko. So it's the people who make pop vinyls, but it's just their different variety. So there we have is Luna Lovegood in her lion hat. So I do actually have the pop vinyl of this one as well, but I have a lot of the rock candies as well. So I thought I had to get her as she was an exclusive to complete the collection, and she's got the exclusive sticker on there which says 2017 Fall Convention Exclusive. So that's the first one. So she was from Hot Topic. Then the second one is from Barnes & Noble. So this is Gellert Grindelwald from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and he is number 13 in the Fantastic Beasts range of pop vinyls, and so obviously he was played by Johnny Depp in the films, and he is likely to feature a lot more in the next ones. So he was the first one that I got from Barnes & Noble as an exclusive from them. Then the next one we have, which is also from Barnes & Noble, this is not one of the Comic-Con exclusives, however this is an exclusive to Barnes & Noble. This is Ginny Weasley in her Quidditch outfit and is number 50 of the Harry Potter series. I do also have Ginny in her normal outfit, which I showed on my last Harry Potter haul. So this is her in the Quidditch version. I did have a little bit of a panic before I got out there, thinking that I might have ordered Ginny by accident twice, but it was fine. She's the Quidditch one, and the other one I have is the normal, so it was not a problem. Then the next three, which are the last ones, are all ones from Hot Topic. So this next one, this was again a New York Comic-Con exclusive that was available through Hot Topic, and this is Harry Potter pop vinyl number 52, which is Snape in his boggart form. So he's got Neville's grandma's outfit and handbag and hat on it, and actually the little vulture on the top is actually quite cute, I think. So there's him in side view there. So that is Snape as a boggart. Then these last two, they're not from the New York Comic Con, but they are Hot Topic exclusives. So the first one is a young Moana. I think this might even be, yep, no, it's young Moana. I was wondering if it was baby Moana, but it's young Moana. So from this is from the beginning of the film, and she is number 218 in the collection. She is a Hot Topic exclusive, and I think some of the other range there, they were also Hot Topic exclusives, but this was the only one that I actually wanted to get for now because she is very, very cute. So there's her little baby Moana. She's so sweet, love her. And then the final one, again, not a New York Comic Con exclusive, but it was a Hot Topic exclusive, is number 27 in the Harry Potter range, which is Harry in his knitted jumper with the H on it, as knitted by Molly Weasley from the first book. And so that is a Hot Topic exclusive. So I had to get 6 pop vinyls home right from the outset. It was a struggle. Anyway, so that was what I ordered to be there before I even arrived. And now I'm going to go through what I bought while I was out there. So on the first day, we just went for a little bit of a wander around the local town. And we went into a little boutique, which, because it was Halloween over there, they had all fall decorations, they had pumpkins everywhere. And so I decided to get into the spirit of the season, and I bought these sort of ornamental, I don't know if they're ceramic, these little ceramic pumpkins. So I thought I could put them up as a bit of a decoration, just not necessarily for Halloween, but for sort of autumn. They're a little bit autumnal. So we've got a dark pumpkin. Just throwing rubbish on the floor as I go. We've then got a white pumpkin, or cream pumpkin, whichever you want to call it. And we have finally got a middling coloured orange pumpkin. So I thought these were all quite nice to go together in a little bit of a set. My hands are not big enough to hold all 3 of these. So there we go. We had a nice little set, and I will probably put them on my mantelpiece or something like that. So that was the first thing that I bought while I was out there, just in the town. Then I also bought, again, sticking with the fall thing, I really love Pop-Tarts, and I've tried a lot of the flavours, but there are a lot that I will never try because they just don't look nice at all. But this is a fall exclusive, so it's a limited edition pack of Pop-Tarts. It's actually double the size of a normal packet of Pop-Tarts, and this is the frosted pumpkin pie variety of Pop-Tart, and I got these from CVS. These were there while they were doing they were up around all the Halloween decorations, so I would have thought they'll still be around until sort of Thanksgiving, but possibly not. I think Thanksgiving, because on there you've got a little turkey, so I assume they'll be there until at least Thanksgiving. So those, I'm trying to work out where to put stuff as I go through it. Then the following day we then went into a shopping centre, and I didn't actually spend a lot that day, which is surprising for me, but we went into Forever 21, and the only thing I picked up, because I'm in love with narwhals, absolutely love narwhals, is 2 pairs of socks. Sorry, that's the wrong way out. There's your narwhal. Sorry, getting shadow all over my face. So we've got a mint pair of narwhal socks from Forever 21, and then we've got another pair, which is the pink pair to go with those. I spotted the mint ones first, and I love like mint and teal and stuff, so I picked those up initially, and then I saw they had them in pink as well, and I thought, well, I'm gonna have to get both now, aren't I? So I got those. Then the following day we then went into New York on the Wednesday, and we had a little bit of a wander. We went around Central Park, we went to Belvedere Castle. If I have time, I may upload some pictures on the beginning of this video, so if you've seen some pictures, I uploaded them, and if you haven't, then I didn't. But we went to Belvedere Castle, we had a bit of a wander around, we went to the Alice in Wonderland statue that's there, and then we headed down into Times Square, and we went into a few of the shops there. So we did, on the way down, we went to M&M World. So I've been to M&M World in London, and I have been to the New York one before, but this was the second time going. But last time when I went, it was over the Christmas sort of holiday. It was very busy, and I went in, spent 5 minutes in there, couldn't stand it, so left again. But this time, because it was a weekday and it was in school time, it was a little bit easier to get in and round. So I didn't buy that much because obviously, because we've got it at home, I didn't want to sort of waste money buying the same sort of stuff that I can get up in London if I so wished. So, but I did buy a little memento from it being the New York one. So we've got the green M&M as the Statue of Liberty there. And because I'm a bit of a coin collector, I then also, I don't know if this will come up on camera all that well, but I collect these pressed coins, and so there we have the M&M World one. I don't know how well that's going to come up on camera, so I got that one. Then once we'd visited there, we then went up to Bubba Gump's, which is based on the film Forrest Gump. So we went up to Bubba Gump's for a bit of lunch, and then when we came out, we went in the shop and I got another souvenir coin, which is the Bubba Gump's one. Again, oh, nearly dropped it. Again, not sure if you can actually see that, but that is the Bubba Gump souvenir coin. On these souvenir coin machines, they tend to have about 4 options. I do always like to go for the one that sort of has the place name on it. You can get other ones with different pictures on, but I always like to go for the one that's most sort of resembles the actual place we went to. So in Bubba Gump's, I spent quite a lot in Bubba Gump's, and it's on stuff that I really didn't need, but I bought it anyway. So while we were actually in the restaurant, for anyone who hasn't been, what they do is they serve drinks in the restaurant, which they charge you a little bit extra, and you get the drink, and then you also get the souvenir cup that or glass that they're served in. And you get it for slightly less than if you went downstairs and bought it in the gift shop. So this time we had light up drinks in this frosted glass, and so when you press the button, you get the light in the bottom flashes and changes colour. I don't know how well that's coming out. And then also the special feature on the bottom, if I can shine it up on the wall, I don't know if you can see it or if that's the right way up. There we go. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's got the Bubba Gump logo that gets projected from the bottom of the light as well. Turn it off. So we got that included with our drinks. So we both got one of those and kept that as a souvenir. Then once we'd finished our meal, we went downstairs into the gift shop, and I bought a few bits from the London one, but I went a little bit mad on this one. So a couple of things that I got was I got the Bubba Gump wood magnet there, which is the Bubba Gump's logo. I also got, because it was cute, and this is the only reason why, I got Louis the shrimp. So Bubba Gump's speciality is shrimp or prawns if you're over here in the UK, and so I bought Louis the shrimp just because he was cute, and that was absolutely the only reason why I bought him, because you can't get him in the UK one, or at least I didn't notice him in the UK one. Then this is a Bubba Gump shot glass. I've actually got another one of these, which is the UK one, so the London one, and so I bought this one because it specifically says, I think it says New York Times Square on the bottom there, so I got that because that is specifically for that Bubba Gump location. There. And then as a deal that day, they had a offer on where you got a mini shrimp magnet. I think he's a magnet, although I haven't stuck him to anything yet. So you got a mini shrimp magnet for a slight reduction if you bought the shot glass. So I did actually look at this. This is in the London one, and I looked at it and I thought, oh, that's quite sweet. But I resisted because of the price of it for what it was. But getting it on the offer with the shot glass, I was like, I can kind of semi-justify that. Sort of. So I got him as well, and then only a few more things left from here. So the sort of one of the slogans from Forrest Gump is "Run Forrest Run," and so when you're in the restaurant you get a little sort of flipboard that has one of these signs on it, and while you don't need any sort of waitress, so if you don't need any help, you will show the Run Forrest Run and all the servers will just ignore you and carry on. And then when you show this sign that says, is that upside down? Yes, it is. When you show Stop Forrest Stop, which again is a sign from the film, if you flip that over, they will then come over and take your order or whatever you need help with. So they sell these in the gift shop. So I bought the Run Forrest Run and the Stop Forrest Stop. And also they do this third one, which is Bubba Gump on the American flag. So I thought that I would have it with Stop Forrest Stop, that, and Run Forrest Run. So you've got blue on the blue and then red on the red, and have those hanging up somewhere in a nice little row. So that is those. And then the final thing I got was just a recyclable bag. Something has just fallen over. It's okay, it's not breakable. Then we've got a recyclable bag with some quotes and pictures on it from the film. And I think it's the same on both sides. Yes, it is. So that is everything that I got from the Bubba Gump's shop. And we just load them up so that my floor is not a complete mess once I've done with all of this stuff. Then once we'd finished there, we then moved up Times Square a little bit and we went to Forever 21 where I got a coat, which I'm not going to show you because that's boring. And I got we went in the Disney store and I walked around for the whole time we were in there holding both this and a cuddly toy Minnie Mouse dressed as the Statue of Liberty. But in the end I resisted and I thought, I'm a grown-up within reason. So I left the cuddly toy and I just got this mug because I thought, well, this is actually useful to me. And so it's got Minnie Mouse. I'm trying to get it not in the light. So you've got Minnie Mouse as the Statue of Liberty on the front there, and then it just says New York City on the back. So I thought that was pretty cute, so I just resisted and just got that. So then the next thing we did was we then went to, where did we go? Again, we were just sort of going around locally on the Thursday, went to another sort of mall thing, went to Target. So this was the day that I first went to Target, and I have heard about Target from everywhere, and so I didn't go too mad in Target. I bought quite a bit of food. I bought a lot of sort of foodie gifts that I was giving to people, so I've already given those out to nearly all of those people. But the things that I got for myself were, I got a sharing bag of caramel M&Ms because I do like an M&M and I've never actually tried the caramel ones before, so this will be something a little bit new and different. So I've got caramel M&Ms. I love a cinnamon bun, so I thought that I'm not a massive fan of Oreos, the normal flavour, but I saw that they had cinnamon bun Oreos, so I thought I've got to try those. So I got a pack of those. And then, again, going on the theme of cinnamon roll, I bought a box of cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts. I've started a bit of a tradition over the last 2 years where I buy cinnamon roll Pop-Tarts for me to have over Christmas, that this is like a little bit of a treat for breakfast on sort of Christmas Eve, Christmas Day and Boxing Day. Normally over here they're about over £5 a box, this size, in sort of an American store. or I get them from a department store actually that stocks an American sweet range. But over in the US, these were $2.99, so a lot less than the £5 price tag that you get over here. So I got them ready for my Christmas breakfast treat. And then some other things that I got. I'm a bit of a bookworm. I've not read that many books recently. I've been a bit bad, but normally I am a bookworm. So continuing my Harry Potter love of all things Harry Potter, I saw these little book clips, page clips in Target. So we've got this first one, which is the Harry Potter trio, and then a Draco Malfoy. Then we have another Harry Potter one, which is Hedwig and Harry and Dobby and Hagrid. And then coming off of the Harry Potter theme, but still quite cute, we have then got an Alice in Wonderland set where you've got Alice, the White Rabbit, the Mad Hatter and the Queen of Hearts. And then the last set I bought was the Wizard of Oz, which you've got Dorothy, the Lion, the Tin Man and the Scarecrow, just because I thought they were really quite cute. So I got those, and on the back it actually says you've got home, courage, heart and smarts, and then you've got some pictures on the back for the Alice in Wonderland ones as well. So you've got the potion, the clock, the tea set, and then the Queen of Hearts staff. I don't think there's anything on the back of the Harry Potter ones. No, it just says Harry Potter on the back of the Harry Potter ones. That's a little bit boring. And then the last thing that I got in Target was then I love Num Noms. Or num noms. I think these are really cute, and it's a notebook. So and they were in the dollar section, so they were like in bargain corner. So I bought 2 of those because I thought they were quite cute, and you can never have enough notebooks. So I got those. And then the following day we then went to the Statue of Liberty. Last time I went, we couldn't actually go on either of the islands, A, because it was late, and B, because unfortunately they had just had one of the hurricanes. It was in 2012, so I think in the November a hurricane had actually been through New York, so the islands were closed off, unfortunately. So this time, rather than going from the New York side, we came from the New Jersey side. And so I didn't actually buy that much while we were there. I bought a few coins or medallions, and so I used to be a Girl Guide, and so I used to take on camp a blanket, and you used to sew badges on it that you earned with guiding. So I do have a tendency that wherever I go, if they have some sort of blanket badge memento, I get it. So first of all we ended up on Ellis Island, so I got an Ellis Island one, and then while I was there they also had Statue of Liberty badges on there at the same time, so I thought I might as well get both while I was in the one shop. So I got those, and then in terms of my coin collecting, in the gift shop on Ellis Island they had Statue of Liberty medallions. So again, you probably can't see this very well, but I got a bronze one there. This is out of like a medallion machine. It was a bit different. And then I also got a silver one. They also had a gold one, but I'm not a massive fan of gold, so I didn't bother with that one. And they had it was like 2 for $5. So I got those 2, which I preferred. I have lost a coin. There it is, it's still in the bag. So then again on the coin stamping, I got an approved one from Ellis Island. I got another one that actually has the building of Ellis Island on it there. And then the last one, which I actually got when, sorry I've got an itchy foot down there, one I got while we were actually on Liberty Island. Is you can actually press your own special commemorative coin, which is a Statue of Liberty coin in copper. So this is exactly what the Statue of Liberty is made of, except it's not green because it currently hasn't oxidized. But the idea of this coin is it's only, I don't know whether you can see how thick that is, it's not very thick, but on this coin it says Same thickness of copper as the Statue of Liberty. So that is how thick actually underneath all that green stuff the Statue of Liberty really is. So I thought that was pretty cool as a little keepsake. So I also got that one from there. So that was all we did that day. We went and looked at the Statue of Liberty. We went up on the oh, I've forgotten what it's called, pedestal. I can't think what it's called, but basically we went right up to the stone bit that's just underneath her feet. So that was what we did that day. Then the following day we went out with my friend's family and we went to the shops, and I got to go to Five Below, and my friend was surprised at how much I spent considering it's a store called Five Below, but I bought quite a few bits while I was in there. So the first thing that I picked up was this little hanging ornament, which is Harry Potter as a hanging ornament, and he's trying to spin around. So we've got Harry Potter. It's a little bit of a weird ornament, but I thought it was quite sweet at the time, and so I picked him up. And then what else did I get? There are a few more Harry Potter things in here, but I went, and I love nail varnish. I'm addicted to nail varnish. I will always buy nail varnish. So this was a stick of 7, which was called Mermazing. So it's meant to be like mermaidy colours. So they're all sort of glittery or metallic-y colours there. I bought a second one, which is just called Shimmer, which again is metallic-y and glittery ones, all of there. And they were $5 each for like a 7-pack of nail varnishes. They're not too bad a sight as nail varnish, actually. And then another Harry Potter thing I bought. So they had Harry Potter badges there. So I got this pack, which has, I'm trying to use the wrong hand. So it's got 9 3/4. It's got the Hogwarts crest. We've got Muggle, and then we've got the Dark Mark on there. So like this set and the next set I'm going to show you don't seem to make any sense of like why they're together in the slightest. But anyway, so those were together. And then you've got this set, which has Harry in the bath from the Goblet of Fire, which is a bit of a weird one. You've then got this one here, which is them going across the lake. The wax seal of the Hogwarts crest, and then you've got the front of the letter to Harry Potter in his cupboard under the stairs. So these three seem to relate to his first year of Hogwarts and sort of arriving at Hogwarts, and then that one is just completely random. Then the last set of badges that I got is the 4 house sets. So this is actually the only set that actually makes sense of why they've put this selection together, but we don't question it. So they are the house badges. So I may keep them for myself and pin them up on something, or I might actually give them to some of my friends, because I do know a Hufflepuff and I know a couple of Gryffindors, so I just need to find a Slytherin if I do hand those out. Then the next thing I got, I actually looked up on their website beforehand, so I knew I was going in for this. So this is the Celestial Rose eyeshadow kit, and so it comes with 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 shades of eyeshadow there, and they're all quite neutral, and that tends to be sort of the tone of eyeshadow I go for, so I thought that was really nice, with the brush and a little mirror in the top. And then I bought another eyeshadow set, which again is a very similar colour palette, because why not, and it's called Rosy Nudes, and it's got this like shimmery rose gold colour on it, and this set has even more, so it's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, so this has 20 colours, which are all slightly smaller. But again, similar sort of colour set there. And then the next thing is again another Harry Potter thing, which I've actually dented in trying to get it back, but that's fine. So this is, it's like wooden board, and it's got Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, because it's in the US. It's got Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, so it's got the front cover of the first film on there, which I thought was pretty cool, and I thought, well, that's a bit special because it's the only thing. Is it the only thing I own? No, I own the book of the first Harry Potter book from America as well. So this is the second thing that I own, which is specifically an Americanized version of it. So we've got that. And then a couple of boring bits that I bought in there. were, I bought this rose gold framed whiteboard because I thought that would be really useful to write a to-do list on in my kitchen, because I'm never writing to-do lists. I just try and remember things in my head and it doesn't happen. So I got that, and then to go with it I also got a black board, chalkboard, whatever you want to call it. So I got a chalkboard version with a chalk pen, a erasable chalk pen on there. Again, thought that I'd put that in my kitchen to plan my meals out. This is a very optimistic thing because I don't do meal planning at all normally, so I thought I'm gonna be good, and got that because it was rose gold, so I thought it was really nice. So once we'd done Five Below, we then moved over to the mall that was nearby, and I went in Bath and Body Works for the first time ever. We were planning on going there because of getting, they do hand sanitizer in loads of different smells and stuff, and so I wanted to get some, but I ended up buying another thing while I was there. But they have an offer on, sorry, it's all on the floor and I'm just throwing it everywhere. So they have an offer on which is 5 hand sanitizers for $6, so I got 5. So we've got Ocean, which I don't know what this is. I don't quite know how that smells of the ocean, but we've got Ocean, which is actually, I think it's a manlier smell. Sorry, hair on the arm. It's a manlier smell, but I actually really liked it, so I was like, well, that'll make up my 5th. Then we've got Snow Kissed Citrus. So this is like, that's quite nice actually, so it's quite a subtle sort of lemony smell. We then have Crisp Morning Air. Again, I don't know really what that smells of. I'm not sure that's Crisp Morning Air though. And then we've got Unicorns Are My Spirit Animal, which is a pink popsicle smell. And then the last one I got was a Unicorn Ate My Homework. So we've got a couple of unicorn ones in there. And that smell is berry, so it's called Berry Smart. So that's berry. So then, this is the thing that I loved the most. They had actually 2 varieties of this, so my friend spotted it and grabbed it for herself and pointed it out to me. And then I went over and I found one version of it, and then she said there are actually 2 versions. So I was stood there for ages smelling both of them to decide which one was the better smell. So what I got is this hot cocoa and cream 3-wick candle, and what's quite nice, which kind of sold me on this one, was it smells really good, but secondly it's got this really nice lid, which I thought that, and that kind of nicely goes with the pot, that I thought even when I'm done I'll probably keep the pot and sort of keep something really nice in there to go in that. So that was Bath and Body Works, and then next, and I think this was the last shop we went to that day, was we went into Hot Topic. I shouldn't have gone in there, but I thought I need to at least have a look in the actual shop that I've been ordering stuff from the website of a couple of times, and because I already had those 6 pop vinyls coming back with me already, I was like, I can't buy any pop vinyls, I'm literally just gonna look, and I almost made it. I got round the whole of the Harry Potter section, I got round looking at some of the other sections of things that I'm sort of I've forgotten the word, fan zones, oh I can't remember. Anyway, I got round all of the shop, but then unfortunately I got to the back where the pop vinyls were. And I was having a look and I was doing fine. I picked up one pop vinyl and I thought, no, I don't need to get you now. I can get you at home. I know you're available online at home. I don't need to specifically get you here. There's no point filling my case when I can get you just back in the UK. So I put them down. And I carried on to the back and I was scanning the shelves, and they have literally to the ceiling shelves full of these pop vinyls, and annoyingly I spotted an exclusive pop vinyl which I'd actually been looking for before I even went out there, because on my Facebook I'm subscribed to Funko Europe, and it alerted me to a pop vinyl which was an exclusive and was being sold at Asda, so the UK equivalent of Walmart. but I hadn't seen it in my local Asda's. I'd looked online on Asda's website and it wasn't there. And then I had started looking sort of generally just over the web to see where I could buy it, but it was showing up quite expensive. So I was just like, no, I'll wait and I'll keep trying again later. They had it in Hot Topic, and it is a Hot Topic exclusive. So it is Harry Potter pop vinyl number 49, which is Remus Lupin as a werewolf. And I saw it, and it was on the second row back, so it was kind of hidden, and you could see it, but it was sort of, you had other ones surrounding it, like here and here. And I actually had to go and ask one of the staff to go and get it down for me because it was way out of reach. So I feel sorry for her because she had to go and get a ladder and climb up the ladder and get it down for me. And so I got this one, which I was so excited that I managed to get it, and actually it was a reasonable price because I was getting it from the actual shop that it's exclusive to, rather than having to buy it on eBay or something afterwards when someone's gone in, bought it cheap and then has priced it up at twice, if not more, the price. So I managed to get him, and when I went up to the till, annoyingly the guy on the till said, if you get another one you'll get 30% off. And I was like, well, I can't pass up 30% off because these were $12.50, so 30% off actually makes them a really good price. So I was like, well, I can probably squeeze another one in my case if I really tried. So I went back and I got the one that I was looking at earlier and put down, and this is my Christmas pop vinyl. It is Buddy the Elf. So I picked up Buddy the Elf. He was the one I put back earlier on, and I re-picked him up. And I would really like Jovi and Papa Elf as well, that come in the set with him, but I'm going to hold off on buying them because I just thought, well, Buddy the Elf is the main one that I need to get from that set, so I got him first, and then hopefully I'll be able to get Jovi and Papa Elf later. You can also get the Narwhal, but I think that is an exclusive somewhere else as well, but I need to look into that because I don't think I saw the Narwhal while I was there. So that was everything that I bought on that day. And then the following day we had a little bit, oh hang on, we went to Target again. We did go to Target again. Let me grab the Target if nothing falls down. So we went to Target. I'm going to have to rearrange myself because everything just slid from underneath me as I moved then. Oh, throw that all back down on the floor. I've probably broken something in the process. So we went to Target again just before heading home. So I found that they had a different Nom Noms notebook. So I got the pink one as well to go with the rest of the set. And then Target had pop vinyls as well, but I was like, I can't buy any more pop vinyls, but they had Stranger Things pop vinyls, and for a little bit I had Barb in my hand, I had Dustin in my hand from Stranger Things, but I was like, no, you can't, literally you cannot fit any more in your suitcase with everything else you've bought. So I put them back, and instead I bought a little Barb pop vinyl pen. So I've got my little Barb. I didn't get Dustin because I don't think they had Dustin in pen, but I kind of was weighing it up of which one do I want more, and so I decided I wanted Barb more. So I got the Barb pen. And I think you can get them, the pens come in, you can get 11, and you can also get the Demogorgon. But I got Barb. So that was that day. Then the following day we went to Michael's. So this is probably the equivalent of kind of Hobbycraft, although you've also got over there, you've got Hobby Lobby. So it's probably, Hobbycraft is probably a bit of a mishmash of the two. I have bought more than I'm going to show you, but I'm keeping that separate to show on my next podcast, seeing as they are crafty items. But the items I can show you are, as I was walking along, I saw on sale, this is a silicone mould of little mini pumpkins. And I thought, well, that's quite cute. And I can use that to put chocolate in it, or I can put cake or biscuits or something in it. I can roll biscuit batter into there, and so make something with them. So I got that. Oh, everything's falling. All falling. So I got that. And then this is a little bit random, But I was walking along, and again in their sale section, they had these Simplicity, I don't know, applique patches, and they were on sale, so I picked up some of these. So they are from the periodic table of elements. So we have helium, then we have neon, because I don't know why I like them. Helium because I was actually taking helium the other week when it was my birthday, and neon because I like neon. And then I kind of picked up just those two and walked away, and then I came back again because I was trying to make words out of the elements, and so I was trying to make the name of obviously this channel. I was trying to make Joe's Crafty Cauldron or something very similar, but they had sold out of certain letters or elements already, so I was a bit limited. So I picked up CA to be the start of Cauldron, and then I could have got U, which was uranium, but they didn't have any U, and so I was, yeah, I was thinking like rhodium would have been the R, and things like that. But because they didn't have them, I decided to get iron so that I could have cafe. So that was the most I could really make, because I didn't want to end up buying like loads of these, because these were just over $1 each, so it wasn't really like that big a spend. But I thought I'd just stick with the two that I liked that I initially picked up, and then two that spelt cafe. So that was there. And then the following day, so on the Monday, we then went back into New York City, and we started off, we nipped up to Central Park Zoo just so I could take a photo, just to sort of follow the steps of Newt Scamander from Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. So we went up to Central Park Zoo, we then walked down and we went to the Rockefeller. We didn't climb up it only because I've already climbed up it already, and while we were there we went to the Lego store, because I do love myself a little bit of Lego, and so I bought a few bits from there. So I'd already actually been told by someone in a Lego store in one of the malls we went into that they did an exclusive minifigure magnet in the Rockefeller one, which is the Statue of Liberty minifigure magnet. So I picked up her, and my friend got one as well, even though she's not really into Lego, but she thought that she should at least have that one because it was something a little bit different. So we got those, and then on the flight out there I actually watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2. I love Baby Groot, but I do also enjoy looking at Chris Pratt, the Star-Lord. So I did also pick up his minifigure keyring there. Then the next thing I picked up, again I saw, oh my telly is flashing at me, let me just do something with that, sorry. Slight distraction. So again, when I went in the Lego store in the mall, I saw they had a couple of Christmas sets out, and they also had this Thanksgiving set, which I thought, well, I'm probably not going to see that in the UK because we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. So I decided that when we went back to the Rockefeller one, I was actually going to buy that set. A guy in the Lego one in the mall actually also said to me that it might be worth me buying the Christmas ones because they weren't going to be out in the UK for another few weeks. But I wasn't too bothered about the Christmas ones because they were just a little set with only a few bits in, whereas I've got actually some of the bigger Christmas Lego sets. So I thought I'd probably be duplicating or getting ones with sort of smaller, less detailed versions of something that I've actually got in one of my bigger sets. So I thought, well, I'll get the Thanksgiving one because that's sort of not really available here, I wouldn't have thought. I did actually see the other day when I looked on the Lego website, you can actually order this in the UK, but I just thought it's something a little bit special that I'll remember that I was actually in New York for sort of autumn, and so I've got the Thanksgiving set there. The last thing I got from there, because it was again on sale, there are several things in here that I've got because they were on sale, and that was the only reason why I bought them. So this is a minifigure cake mold. So it was on sale. I bought it. I've already got a minifigure ice tray, so I thought I'd get this to go with it, and so I might think about making a cake in it when I have some time available to me. But anyway, so that was a minifigure cake. Then that day we went for lunch in Ellen's Stardust Diner. So Ellen's Stardust Diner, all of the waiting staff are actually in education trying to get onto Broadway. And so what they do is they actually, between like, while you're eating and between them serving people, they will get up and they will sing a musical number, and they'll kind of walk around the restaurant singing sort of around where you're sitting, and then they get up on like a central podium thing. And the way it works in there, it's quite cozy. I'm going to call it cozy. They pack you in, but the way it works in there is they serve you get your food just like a normal restaurant, and what they actually do tell you while you're in there is that any tips that you give them as part of your bill, they go to paying towards the staff sort of bills, food, rent, kind of, it pays towards them living. And then also what they do is they then, at odd occasions, they walk around with a bucket to sort of collect any additional donations that you feel like giving, and that bucket will go towards paying for them to have a class, a singing lesson, a dance lesson, something like that, to help them improve on their skills, and hopefully get them that little bit closer to getting onto Broadway, which is the aim of the restaurant. And so the guy, when we were in there, he actually was sort of saying, just before he was taking around the bucket with the collection, he was saying they actually lost 17 members of staff last year, which they're not sad about, because often the only reason they lose members of staff is because they have moved on to be in Broadway shows. So that was really good to hear. But I got this Ellen's Stardust Diner pen, which you can't really see that well, but I got that. They do t-shirts, and we really wanted to get these t-shirts because they were actually really nice looking t-shirts, but they didn't have our sizes in, unfortunately. And then they also had a coin machine outside, so again I got a souvenir coin, which you probably can't actually see. So then the rest of that day, we then got the subway. We went down to, we went past City Hall again because of Fantastic Beasts. I wanted to go and look at the subway station where the whole ending climax happens. Went to the Woolworth building where Makusa is meant to be based. I was surprised to find that City Hall subway is right outside the Woolworth building, so they were very close to Makusa when it all kicked off at the end. And then we headed down to Ground Zero, and went and looked at the memorial there. And then we went over to Wall Street and we looked at the charging bull and the little girl that's recently been put in there, and it was very crowded. I tried to get a photo of the little girl and the bull, but there was a crowd between the two, so you can just about see the bull over the top of the crowd. So that was the Monday, and then on the Tuesday we didn't really do a lot, I don't think. We just kind of went a little bit around town. I'm trying to think whether I did actually buy. I did buy stuff on that day. I buy something every day. So we were in CVS, and I love Lindt. Lindt, sort of plain Lindt, is actually one of my favourite chocolates, and so they had brought out special edition ones for Christmas. So I bought this one, something covering the camera, there we go. So I bought this one, which is gingerbread milk chocolate truffles. So I like gingerbread and I like Lindt, so I thought I'd give the two combined a go. So I got that, and then we went into Acme, which is a supermarket, and I got some more Oreos. I got some cookie butter Oreos, which I'm imagining tastes like sort of the Biscoff biscuits and spreads that you can get. So I got those from there, and then I also bought, so I bought these, I've kept the packet just so that I could show you it, but I've eaten them. So I bought some buttermilk Eggos because I've watched obviously Stranger Things, and sorry, this is a minor spoiler, I don't think it gives much of it doesn't give the plot away, But if you haven't seen Stranger Things, one of the characters in it, she eats Eggos. She loves Eggos. So I thought, well, if she loves Eggos, I'm going to give them a try and see what's so amazing about them. They're actually really bland and rubbish, and I'm never going to eat them again. They just had no flavour to them. I should have bought one of the flavoured ones, but I just thought, at least if they're plain and I don't like them, I can possibly get away with eating them with like sugar or something on them, rather than buying like cinnamon flavour and hating them. But they were so bland, it was unreal. So yeah, I wouldn't buy them again. I'm never going to buy them again. So then also in there, the final thing I bought in there was they had a selection of OP nail varnishes, and I do like OP nail varnishes, and they actually had these on an offer. So I bought Tickle My Francie, and I bought Aphrodite's Pink Nighty. Sorry, my phone's just beeped. So I bought those two because they were on offer on like buy one get one free. So I got those. And then, so yeah, we didn't do a great deal that day. And then the following day, we again went back to one of the malls we'd been the other day, just so we could have a bit more of a wander. And so I went back to Bath and Body Works. And so the first time we went to Bath and Body Works, they actually gave us a voucher, which was if you spent $10, you then got a free gift up to the value of $13.50. So I went back, and at this point they had their Christmas range of hand sanitizers out. So I bought 5 more hand sanitizers for $6. So I bought Twisted Peppermint with a little penguin on the front. I actually got 2 of those because I'd already bought 5 already, and there were a couple on the Christmas range ones that I didn't actually like the smell of. So I wasn't going to buy those. So I doubled up on that one. But then I bought one that's called Ho Ho Oh, because Santa's kind of falling off on the picture. And so this is, it's again Twisted Peppermint flavour. So those 3 are all pretty much the same flavour, but they've just got 2 different things. Then I bought one that says thank you, and it's berry lemonade. So that's not a festive one. But I ran out of flavours I actually liked. I think they had one that was like, this is my Grinch face, or something, resting Grinch face, something like that. And then I got sweet pea. So again, another one that's not Christmassy. So I bought those, and then to get it up to my $10, I hadn't planned on buying this, but I saw that what they had scattered around was they had these little Christmas hats, which they had on top of like the bottles of like shampoo and soap and stuff like that. But when I saw these, I thought these are actually the perfect size for, have I got one anywhere near me? Oh. I thought these are the perfect size for a pop vinyl. So I thought I could make my pop vinyls all a little bit festive. So I picked up, to take myself up to the $10, they were $1 each for these. So I just picked up 4 of those to bring myself up to the $10. And then the free item, oh, I keep sitting on things. So then they're all sliding down my sofa. So then the free thing I got was something I'd actually looked at the other day, but kind of decided, no, I don't need it. But this is one of their seasonal body mists, which, if I can get out of the light, is snowflakes and cashmere. So they had, again, similar bottles, but you had they came in all different flavour, like smells, but they came in like a teal one with a different flavour, they had a purple one with a different smell, and a pink one with a different smell. But I kind of smelled all of them, and I decided this one, which is kind of vanilla-y smell, was actually the nicest. This was $14, so it was a little bit over the $13.50, but I went up and I said, can I just pay the 50-cent difference between the offer gift value and this bottle? And she said that was absolutely fine. So I got that for myself. And then the last thing that I bought in there was, I impulsively bought a charm in Pandora. So Pandora in the US, they have quite a big Disney range, which has only recently come over to the UK. But they're not doing the full range yet in the UK. But I went and I got this, and the thing is, I've got a few more of these, which I kind of bought in order of colour preference and princess preference, because these are the glass beads that are the signature colours of various different Disney princesses or female characters from Disney. And so I kind of bought them in colour and character preference order. And so I only had 4 left to buy. And so I thought I would now go and get one of my favourite princesses beads, but it's not my favourite colour, but I thought it was now time to get it because I'd got all of the other ones on the colours I liked. So I finally got around to buying Belle's signature bead. So this is Belle's signature bead, which is yellow, after her nice dress that she wears to dance with the Beast. So I got that, which was a little bit of an impulse buy there, but I've got 3 to go, which I think is Snow White, because I don't really like Snow White at all. Tinkerbell, because I'm not a massive fan, and also she's not a princess. And then the last one that I'm missing is Cinderella. And the only reason I haven't got Cinderella is because I actually got a Cinderella glass bead from the Camellia range that H. Samuel sells. So I thought there's no point me doubling up on the Cinderella one until it's the last bead that I need to get. So I thought I would hold out on that one. So we are nearly at the end. We are nearly at the last day of the holiday. I've just knocked over my pop vinyl, so Harry's glasses down currently. Nearly there. Couple more things. So on the last day, we again went into town again, kind of pottered around there. Oh, I forgot to say, we went to Cheesecake Factory for lunch the sort of day we were at the mall. So the day before. Because I was like, I've seen it on Big Bang Theory and was like, let's go and have a look at what Cheesecake Factory's like. I don't like cheesecake, so it's kind of wasted on me. So we didn't have any cheesecake. I just had tater tots. I had tater tots about 3 times over the holiday. I had it at Ellen's, I had it at Bubba Gump's, and I had it there. Because I do love a tater tot. For anyone who doesn't know what a tater tot is, I know this is a good reference for the UK. It's kind of a cross between a small potato croquette and a hash brown. So it's kind of potato croquette shaped, but small, with sort of the texture of a hash brown. So I had a lot of those, mainly covered in bacon and cheese and chilli. But anyway, so that was the lunch for that second to last day. So then on the last day, we went back into sort of town for a bit and kind of potted around, got our nails done, and just kind of chilled. And we did then pop into CVS again, where they had their Christmas range was now out and replacing their Halloween range. And so I picked up another Harry Potter decoration. So it's a Hallmark version of Harry Potter. So it's very similar to that other one, but slightly cuter and slightly more sturdy looking. So I picked him up. And I actually resisted. Just before we were about to leave CVS, I was wandering down the aisle and I saw on the top of one of the displays, I saw this massive narwhal. It was a cuddly narwhal. It was, I don't know how big it was. I was like literally like hugging it like this. And it was like a tealy kind of colour, like greeny, tealy, minty kind of colour. And I really, really wanted to buy it. But obviously I was like, you are not fitting anywhere. You will fill my suitcase. I can't bring you home at all. So I sadly did have to put him back and didn't buy him. I was proud of myself, but I really do miss him. I didn't even take a photo. I should have taken a photo at least. There was also a pink one, but that wasn't as exciting as the teal one. So I resisted that. And then finally, on the very last day, on the day we were leaving, we again sort of potted around, went out for breakfast, and went to a couple of other shops, but I didn't really buy anything until we got to the airport. And again, I wasn't planning on buying anything at the airport, but what we'd seen earlier in the week was I used to collect TY Beanie Bears and Beanie Babies before that, but mainly the bears latterly. And we saw in Acme that they had a TY Beanie Bear in there. And I wondered what it was, looked a little bit closer, and it was the Philadelphia Eagles, which I actually found out when I came home because I mentioned it to one of my colleagues. I mentioned it, and he said that probably the reason why there was a Philadelphia Eagles one in a New Jersey store was because it's the closest state that has, I think he said it was a baseball team who had a team. New Jersey doesn't have a team. Philadelphia is the closest state that did. And so that was probably the reason why that was in there. But I thought, I'm not going to get that one. because I'm not in Philadelphia, it's got no sort of relation to where I am. But when we were in the airport, they had like an American shop. It was called like let me look at the bag. It was called America ! So I'm not sure what that is exactly, but they had this store in the airport. And in there they had a TY beanie bear. I've got the receipt in there. Oh. They had a TY, sorry, my laptop's right down on the floor in front of me and it keeps turning itself off. They had a TY beanie bear of the New York Yankees bear. So I thought, well, we went to New York, we're in New Jersey. It kind of had a little bit more sort of relevance to where we were actually staying. So I thought as my last little thing, I would get him. And so it says Beanie Babies Collection, New York Yankees. And yeah, that's all it basically says on it. Does it say anything else? Oh, it's got a official Major League Baseball sticker, so it's got sort of a certificate of authenticity on there as well. So that was the last thing I bought, and then we came home on the early hours of Saturday morning. We landed, I say early hours, like 9 o'clock in the morning, but when you haven't slept on the plane, really, it's early, when you've basically been up for over 24 hours. But it was good fun anyway. I had a really good time, bought lots and lots of stuff. We had to pay to get an extra case home because we didn't quite fit it all into each of our cases, so we had a little bit of an overflow. I did manage to get my case shut by sitting on it, but it was literally bulging at the seams of the zips, and I thought, would I rather pay to be sure that this gets home in one piece, or do I want to risk it like being touched and exploding on the tarmac because it's too full of all this stuff I've bought? So we went and we bought a case to share between us to get everything home in one piece. And yeah, so that was the weekend just gone. I'm sorry this video has become about an hour long, but there was quite a few bits to go through. And anyway, it's probably going to be even longer than an hour if I've actually managed to get some photos on the beginning of it for you. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing what I bought. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. I don't know if I'll do more like this again. But yeah, just let me know what you thought. Comment on if you liked anything in particular. And I will see you for my next video, which will hopefully be a podcast. That's the aim anyway. We are doing a little bit of crafting, so we need to get a podcast in there somewhere. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Sorry it was quite long in the end. I did warn you. But anyway, I will see you all very soon. So thanks for watching. Bye.